More than 60 years ago, tough to watch, right? We knew that weather might be coming to that area. Severe weather is coming during this time of year, and unfortunately, you can see how that can go sometimes. Now, more than 60 years ago, one of the most destructive coastal storms in our region's history parked itself just offshore and refused to leave.
Yeah, the Ash Wednesday storm of 1962 didn't just bring wind and waves. It delivered repeated high tides that eroded beaches and flooded the area. Meteorologist Evan Stewart has a look back at the storm.
In early March 1962, Hampton Roads was hit by a storm that simply refused to leave. The Ash Wednesday storm moved in on March 6th and then stalled just offshore through March 8th. Instead of racing up the coast like most winter systems, this powerful nor'easter parked itself in the Atlantic. And that allowed strong northeast winds to push water into the Chesapeake Bay over and over and over again. Each high tide stacked on top of the last. That's why it became known as the Five Highs storm. At Sewell's Point in Norfolk, water levels surged to about 7.22 feet above mean lower low water, one of the highest tide readings ever recorded there. But it wasn't just the peak tide, it was the repetition of high tide after high tide that rolled in with almost no relief. Along the coast, beaches and dunes were torn apart from Virginia Beach to Buckrow Beach and down to the Outer Banks. Over 60 buildings were destroyed. The storm's power was also felt at the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay, where rough seas reportedly knocked over a massive pile driver during construction of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. It remains one of the most relentless coastal storms in our region's history.